the man who always brings us up, right, on a Monday afternoon, if you're feeling flat or just flagging a little bit, and we go, it's all right, we're all going to have days like that, aren't we? We head over to Sandbach to pick the brain of, I like to call him a genius. You can take that on board if you like, Rob Edwards. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Lou. Are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Now, you do life cycle coaching, and for anybody that hasn't heard you on the show before, you've got us all through the pandemic with pearls of wisdom. What would you describe life cycle coaching as?
It's a coaching company for people and for businesses, all about mindset management, emotional health, that sort of stuff, really.
What's the best mindset now when it's Monday afternoon? Okay, it was all right this morning, sun's out this morning, but for whatever reason, if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling great, what would you say to somebody today?
I'd say acknowledge it because it happens. Don't worry about it too much. Just, we always like to think that we're there and that we're on and that we're able to perform to 100% of our capabilities, don't we? But we can't, okay? We're human. We all have moments where we feel a little bit flat, we feel a little bit down. Acknowledge it. Try not to let it get on top of you, and then put the nice things in place. You should always try to schedule something to look forward to.
That was the big problem, obviously, wasn't it, over the last 18 months, because we couldn't. Yeah. It's like the highlight for us in the first 6 months was when the Asda delivery van come round. You've got someone new to talk to. But that's important to have stuff to look forward to, isn't it?
It really is. The most social thing I did during the lockdown was go and get my jab.
You shouldn't laugh. I mean, they are advising now that we try and get something in the diary every week. And it doesn't matter if it's something little, just something to look forward to. But what is this? They're saying if we don't start putting that back in place, we're in fear of burnout. And I think burnout gets chucked about a lot. But what does it actually mean?
It does. We throw the phrase out quite a bit, don't we? Like, I just feel burnt out. But it is now officially recognised by the World Health Organization. And it's defined by them as a state of emotional, physical and mental exhaustion caused by excessive stress. So that's what burnout is. And the stress that causes that burnout is mainly work-related. Your overall lifestyle can add to that stress, but it's mainly work-related, and burnout is on the rise. It really is at the moment. The people who we surveyed throughout last year, 52% of the people who we surveyed said they've experienced burnout in 2021, and that's up from 43% the year before. So it's on the rise.
It's not
and 80%
good, is it?
of those people, 80% think that the pandemic has contributed to an increase in burnout.
What can we do about it?
3 little things you can do. Number 1, be really specific about it and try to pinpoint your specific concerns, because when we're burnt out, it can all feel too much. It can feel like everything's on top of us, but that's because we're exhausted. So number 1, try to find the specifics and write them down. Once you break it down, it's much more manageable. And number 2 is share it. Share what you're going through. Speak to your family and your friends. Let them know how you're feeling. There's often more support out there than we think. But also, because a lot of it is work-related stress, speak to your manager. Employees have a duty of care here. So, if you've got an employee assistance program in place, give them a call, something like that. Speak to people about it. And then thirdly, you spoke about putting something in to look forward to. Just let loose a bit. Give yourself something to look forward to that isn't work-related. There was a report, wasn't there, a couple of weeks ago, you need to let loose 4 times a month. Have something to look forward to where we can switch off and relax.
You won't see everyone's faces in here. I've just looked round. I think they're taking it very literal for next weekend, but it is important. And I've mentioned this before, for anybody new to the show this afternoon, you and your son spent a lot of time in the pandemic creating podcasts all about the doubt. 2 blokes talking very honestly about mental health and having a great laugh along the way. How do we find you, Rob?
We had a blast doing that. All About the Doubt. You can search on all the different podcast sites, Spotify, Anchor, Apple. It's across all the main ones, Google Podcasts. Search on All About the Doubt and you'll find us there.